Welcome back to BVarsity Live State Track Preview. We had a couple of no-shows in this segment, I guess. One we knew about.
Just one, yeah. Ethan Turner couldn't show because his family's in Oregon. They had a pre-planned trip, so he's actually going to drive down and still go tomorrow. And then high jumper Caleb Garza out of Chavez evidently is a no-show, which is, a bummer deal. Maybe, hopefully maybe he's on his way or something like that, but we'll go from here.
Yeah, we will get there. But what we do have, we have Ben Hibbert, not Alex. We had both of them in earlier, but this is I have been assured this is Ben. And we have Jaeden.
Nobody knows except for them.
That's right.
We have Jaeden Watson of Stockdale as well. Watson. Oh, thanks, Trevor. Thanks for making me look good.
I
there,
printed
buddy.
out a new one. I'm sorry, I accidentally put Wilson on there for some reason.
I thought it was Watson, and I was reading it, and I'm going, okay. Jaeden Watson of Stockdale.
But I know it's
obviously looking extremely sharp and well-spoken as well. Works on Channel 29's Hometown Sports, so he knows what he's doing in front of a microphone. And we're going to talk some hurdling. Ben is in the 110 hurdles. Jaeden, you're in the 300 hurdles.
That's right.
For state this weekend. What are we feeling now, 24 hours out, Ben?
Excited. I'm ready for this opportunity. I've been working for it all season, so I'm ready to go.
I think I saw you tweet after Valley that it sort of hit you that you're going to state.
It took a while. I shouldn't say a while. I got done that night after the 4x4, and I settled down. My adrenaline kind of wore off, and I was like, wow, that just happened.
What have the 2 weeks been like since then? I mean, it's obviously a lot of training, but you've been waiting. I mean, unlike other sections, you had to wait a full 2 weeks, which might be the hardest part.
Yeah, my coach has been talking to me about that for like the last 2 weeks, just how I need to stay focused and keep driving, keep focused at practice, and keep working hard.
And Jaeden, how about you?
I'd like to say excited, joyous, in awe, really. This moment coming up, in the next 24 hours is something I've been working for since my freshman year, watching my brother run. He's over at CSUB now.
Okay.
And he's just been a big inspiration to me. And seeing him hurdle, he's just monster at it. And it has just made me look up to him in such a way that I need to, step up my game. And being able to go to the state meet is like one of the ways to show that I can do that as well.
Absolutely. Did you have that moment where it hit you too that, hey, I'm a state qualifier now? The dream is realized?
It did. As soon as I crossed that finish line and looked at the finishing board, and I saw my name pop up for third, I almost cried. I really did. It was something that just really struck me hard in a very positive way.
Yeah.
Just knowing that all the practices you've been through, all of the meets, all the team meetings, it all leads up to this.
Yeah, that's very awesome. Now
That's a cool photo of the two of you. I like that one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That is determination in a photo right there. It also kind of shows you how difficult hurdles is. I mean, those things are higher than people realize watching on TV or watching from the stands. How do you get into it? It's not easy. I mean, running is a natural thing. Hurdling is not necessarily a natural thing. So Ben, how did you become a hurdler?
Actually, back in 7th grade when I lived in Illinois, it was my first day ever at track practice, and coach took the entire team and lined them up and put one hurdle out there and said, go over it. And he picked, I think, 3 or 4 of us off the team. One was me, one was my brother, and then these 2 other people, and just took off from there, I guess.
Congratulations, you're hurdlers. How about you, Jaeden? How did
your
brother, I guess?
My brother and my dad. He was actually a hurdler back in the day as well. And my 5th grade year, the midget class, as it was called, was allowed to do hurdles. So I chose to do the 80-meter hurdles back then. And it just kind of evolved through junior high and then through high school.
Ben, let's go back to your Valley Championship and kind of that whole moment. I mean, obviously I saw it and we were right there and you experienced that moment. But go over everybody with you, kind of how that happened. You lunged at the finish line. I mean, your face after that happened, I mean, we all saw the emotion that came over you when you knew you were the Valley champ. Just kind of go over that last 10 meters and then looking up at that digital scoreboard and what that meant to you.
Over hurdles 8, 9, and 10, coach always preaches stay focused. That's where the race is won. So 8, 9, and 10, I tried to keep my eyes straight. I tried not to focus on who was next to me or who was coming or whatever. I just tried to get over my hurdles. And then over 10, it looks like I dove, but it really wasn't on purpose. I came over and I was looking at the video again, and I took 3 or 4 steps and I was fine. And then I just took one weird one and my quads just started to give out. It was a really weird feeling, but I just went down and I knew where the finish line was, so that's what I was going for.
Jaeden, you the 300 I think has maybe more strategy than the 110. I don't know if Ben you'd agree with that. You're in a different situation in that you're not going to be one of the 2 or 3 fastest guys out there this weekend. There's going to be a lot of competition, a lot of fast guys. Not that you haven't been in those races before, but how does that change the way you approach tomorrow?
It doesn't change any way I would approach the situation. In fact, it actually makes me more confident in myself. The way I look at it, the only person I'm racing out there is myself. The faster times do exist all over the country as well. But if you go out there with the goal of beating yourself and only yourself, when you do that, you've accomplished that goal. And you don't need to worry about anyone else out there.
Right. So having said that, what is the goal for do you have a time in mind?
I do have a time in mind. I plan to break 39 and run a 38.5.
Okay. Wow. So that would be a big PR if you were able to do it,
Very big PR.
Yeah. What about you, Ben? Do you have a time in the 110s or a place making it to Saturday? Something that's sort of that holy grail?
Saturday's definitely a goal. I ran 14:52 at Valley, so I want to get into the 14.3s if I can. I think that's a goal, and that'd be a good place to end my season on.
And the 14:52 is a PR?
Yeah.
At this point, so that would be a PR as well.
That was a big PR, actually, for you.
Yeah, it was.
For the two of you both as juniors, how much does this weekend mean to kind of give yourself a preparation and knowing that, you want to push yourself and get right back into this moment next season?
Well, I almost feel as though this meet coming up Friday, Saturday, it's like the icing on the cake for the entire school year, whether it be track or just academics. Going through all of the strenuous activities, putting in all the study hours, all the practice hours, everything culminating on this one meet, these 2 days. And whether it be, for the win or just for a big PR, it's something that you can hold on to for the rest of your life, as in you've been in that moment, you've experienced it.
Yeah, I think it's like he said, it's a perfect way to end the year. It just kind of wraps everything up, and I think it's awesome that we both have the opportunity to do it. It's going to be fun.
Question of that I've asked a few groups in here. At this time of year, now you've been competing against the other teams, other local guys all year long, but at this time of year, obviously you're going to be rooting for each other. I mean, Kern County becomes sort of a team in and of itself, doesn't it?
I would say so. I think even when we go to Valley, even though it's a little bit smaller group and we're still competing against each other, I don't know how he feels. I feel like it's Kern County against Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or in this case, the rest of the state even. Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's on a bigger stage, and I think it's fun. I think it's exciting to all pull together as a group and see what we can do.
I'd like to agree with Ben on that one. We've been hurdling together since junior high, and watching him grow as a hurdler from freshman to sophomore year and now becoming a Valley champion, it's something I am just applauding him for. It is an incredible feat. And I like to think of him as my brother in blue from Frontier. So, I mean, to go out there together and, hey, why don't we sweep 110s and 300s?
Yeah. So speaking of which, we got to talk about blue. We got to talk about the ensemble here for a second, Jaeden. Where did this come from? Because you automatically, Trevor, I think will back me up on this. Is the best dressed guest we've ever had on BVarsity Live.
Ever.
So tell us the story behind that.
The story behind this, it goes back a little bit to December.
Okay.
I was looking for a formal suit for my date, and this charcoal color just came to me, and I actually wore a white shirt. But my dad is in the video business. Real to Real Productions. We film weddings and whatnot. And so it would be something that I could take and use on multiple occasions, something bigger than just one night. And so I started putting together collections of shirts, ties, socks, shoes. I really do love the shoes. Leather Converse I'm wearing. I can't see them on camera. I'll show them for you later. But it's something professional, I like to think, and something that I can take out and on a casual day, if not.
Yeah, it looks sharp for sure. So we appreciate you dressing up, Ben. We appreciate you too, man. We appreciate you bringing yourself and not your brother. That's for sure. Okay, so these guys are our hurdle crew, so to speak. Also, as you mentioned, Trevor, we should mention Caleb Garza in the high jump. Ethan Turner also in the hurdles from Foothill. Couldn't be here, but they are also state qualifiers, and we'll see them tomorrow. So good luck, guys, and thanks for being here again.
Thank you.
All right. This has been BVarsity Live State Track Preview. Got 3 segments to go. We'll be right back after this.